American film director, screenwriter, producer, military veteran Oliver Stone is my guest. His latest work is the documentary series Oliver Stone's Untold History of the United States. And he is in Vancouver for the Vancouver Biennale, which will be awarding him a Lifetime Achievement Award, a Sorrel Etrog Award for Lifetime Achievement. Not that you're done achieving.
I hope not.
But congratulations on that.
Well, thank you very much.
And how did you hook up with the Vancouver Biennale, and why?
I was, Barry Mowat runs it, and he's a very warm individual and very kind. And I met him at the Palm Springs Documentary Festival, and he showed me this book, which is about one of the most incredible 2 years. I mean, all these Chinese artists, Russian artists, outdoor works, and beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff
really
in this city,
out.
and I'm sure you've had a chance to see
I saw some of the
it.
statues. So, I mean, Vancouver to me, I associate is a beautiful artistic background. He's doing it again for 2 years. And I wanted to, he asked me to be part of it, and I'm very flattered.
Well, he asked me to be the fake ambassador for the Biennale, which I gratefully accepted, because as you walk around this city and you see public sculpture from around the world, I know that makes you laugh and makes you cry and makes you think. It's profound. And that's what film is, too, when it's done right. You know, the swagger films and whatever, they make us think.
And the Chinese think.
Is that the best?
That is
I know.
That's so cool.
Comes to our city. Somebody with deeper pockets than mine can buy it, keep it here, all of that. But there's a film component to the Biennale, the Cinefest Live. Tell me about that.
Well, they're showing all of the 12 hours of Untold History of the United States over the next week. And I'm appearing on Saturday night at the Vogue Theater, showing Chapter 10, Bush and Obama, Age of Terror, which is, and then we'll discuss it. I'm also doing a workshop with younger students about my first film, which was a short I did called Last Year in Vietnam in 1969. And I have another session with a question and answer session.
Why do you do it?
Because frankly, it helps me. It's feedback. I interrelate with the audience. I hear their concerns. It's a new generation. I hear things, even from you. I mean, you have your thoughts and you feed me. So, you know, it's all about staying aware of what's going on in the public current. At the same time, I am being honored, so, you know, I respect that.
Yes. But here we sit at the mercy of a surveillance state, wildly out of proportion to the terrorist threat, perhaps?
Absolutely. The number of terrorists in the world is crazy. I mean, the people who die from terrorism is compared to the normal deaths from car accidents and guns in the United States. It's just, I think since 2001, I read somewhere like almost 400,000 people have been shot since 2000.
I know. And
meanwhile, we have a complete infrastructure that's cost trillions of dollars to protect us from 2,000 terrorists. It's
young, angry men in schools shooting their
that's far
classmates.
more dangerous. More likely you're going to be shot by an angry student, a classmate, than you are by a terrorist. And
they're not a natural-born killer, because you did a movie on that, or a serial killer, but
well,
they're
there was a lot of
young men.
In the Natural-Born Killers, you know, it created the idea that the movie about, you know, how one thing, violence, grows. It is a chain. So if someone gets celebrity for it in the media or whatever, it becomes a sick kind of attraction for the next person to do it.
And it is a right in the United States to bear arms, of course.
Listen, you're not going to don't get going there, because the Canadians long ago woke up to this, and so did most of the world, Japan, England, France. I mean, I have never seen a country so out of control where we're dictating to the world a set of laws. We say you have to live by these values, but we don't practice them at home. We're out of control. We have no control over our own domestic situation. So
when you sit down with, say, Arnie Schwarzenegger, and I assume you have, he's a
fun guy. Yes, he's a fun guy. But if he's running for office, you have to kowtow to the gun lobbies. I mean, this is the way the world works. This is money. And obviously, voting, you know, political process is so corrupt in the United States. It should exist money-free, lobby-free, but it doesn't.
But as you look, President Obama gets elected because of Big Pharma and, well, for other reasons, but he promises hope, he promises change.
Yeah.
as we watch what's going on in Iraq, as we sit here, and he says they're going to need our help. We don't know what that means. Does it mean the United States sends drones in, airstrikes, no ground troops? But once again, what to do?
You're asking me?
Yes. If you could sit down with President Obama.
No.
Oliver Stone, the filmmaker.
Well, first of all,
I doubt he'll call you.
I would, I would urge him to look at the 12 Hours of History or read the book, because it really it lays it all out. I mean, everything that's happened since 1898. Every time we've used force, except in a few occasions, it's backfired. Whether that was Vietnam, whether it was Korea, whether it was Kuwait, whether it was Iraq, Afghanistan, it doesn't work. Intervention, and more importantly than military force, this constant intervention, you have to realize that we are in 130 countries in the world with military alliances. We have boots on the ground, special ops, this new joint JSOC forces. We have them in every practical country in the world. We're all over Africa now. So we keep pushing, we keep militarizing everything, including, by the way, space, cyberspace. I mean, as long as you militarize things, what happens is you're looking for an opponent, and the opponent will show up eventually, because you create the balance. There's entropy.
But empires will crumble eventually. They have. You've noticed.
Well, we created opposition. I mean, we went after, what was it, 200 terrorists in Afghanistan. By the time we got there was about 200 estimated left. They were in Pakistan, but we went into Afghanistan. Created worse situation. They broke off like a hydra into different heads, into Syria, into what we did in Libya was the same thing. We destabilized a dictator, and we created a worse situation.
Yes, mayhem and chaos. So, do you have some hope? What do you love about America?
Not with this policy. This policy will continue to backfire. I'm hoping that, eventually practical sense will kick in. First of all, we should get rid of the South, because so much of the aggression comes from those politicians. But we should we should never have fought the Civil War. But that's an old beef.
Yes, that is an old beef. We don't have time.
But seriously, I think we have to draw back. This military obsession that we have is destroying and sucking the blood out of our own country. We have to find a way to reduce our footprint around the world. And this is, many libertarians are saying this, conservative people are saying this. It's in the national American interest to put our work, our energy into America, to really try to fix our infrastructure, try to improve our country, our education standards, and basically help the poor too, because the poor are being ignored horribly in our country.
And the great gap between the rich and the poor. So ask
minimum wage
great
in America
questions.
is still $7 nationally, $7.25.
I know. When you talk to the kids today, ask great questions. We need to teach our children how to think and to ask great questions, and you do that with your marvelous films.
Thank you. I love your stones too.
Thank you. Oh, we're the stones for you.
I appreciate it.
Yes, the talking stones. Thank you.